Okay, so drug administration, okay, means in every system of medicine, administration of doses is very much important. Okay, if you will take a case, you will prepare a medicine and you are not giving medicine to particular person or patient, then that is of no use. Okay, so how to administer, okay, means how to give, okay, what are the different process of giving medicine to your patient, okay, so all these things are called as a drug administration. Okay, way of drug administration is also a if you are doing it wrongly, okay, that may be hazardous or fatal to a particular patient. Okay, I will give you examples. Okay, so remember this. So this is very much important. Okay, as per your clinical knowledge. Okay, because when you will be sitting in clinic, you have to know the things. Okay, so drug administration, a homeopathy bears a specialty and originality in field of medicine. Its roots and mode of administration also bears a specialty. Okay, means how it is given. Okay, that is also a special. Okay, normally what are the ways by which we give the medicine to the patient? Do you know? What are the normal routes? Generally, if you have heard, you have experienced, okay, so like I will give you, okay, example, like, okay, one is by mouth. Okay, this is general way. Okay, just we give medicine, any system of medicine. Okay, mostly we try to give by the mouth. Okay, second way is olfaction. Okay, by smell, nose. Okay, by nose we give. Okay, sometimes we give different type of drops. Okay, like eye drops, ear drops, nose drops. Okay, like that. Okay, then we give on skins. Okay, like there are many beauty creams are also there. Okay, so like that there is many creams in different system of medicine also to cure the different type of problems. Okay, that may be wound, that may be any skin disease. Okay, so these are the way of applying. Okay, that is the external application. Okay, applying, that may be ointment, liniment, lotion. Okay, anything. Okay, that may be any other things. Okay, like just normally we use toothpaste to brush. Okay, that is also a process of external application. Okay, when we are brushing, we use toothpaste every day. Okay, that is also a way of external application. Okay, so by mouth, by nose, by ear, okay, by eyes, okay, external applications, okay, all these things already we have seen. Okay, sometimes we apply on skin and joints and we just uh, uh, do massage. Okay, all these things. Okay, these are the how we apply medicine. Okay, this is the way of giving the medicine to patient. Okay, so this is the way of administration. Okay, but in allopathic system of medicine, okay, normally they use some other systems also. Okay, some other systems are like by the way of injection. Okay, injection, that injection is also of three types. Okay, that is intravenous, intramuscular and subcutaneous. Okay, intravenous, okay, it is directly given in veins. Okay, you have seen your veins, prominent veins. Okay, it is given intravenous. Okay, medicines are also given, sometimes salines are also given. Okay, so this is intravenous. Then intramuscular, okay, that are given in muscles. Okay, like you have experienced with your COVID-19 vaccine, Covishield, you have taken in institute. Okay, that is the intramuscular in your deltoid muscles. Okay, there you have taken the medicine. Okay, that is the intramuscular. Okay. Then subcutaneous, if you have any relatives who are like taking insulin. Okay, small, very small injection is there. Okay, so insulin. Okay, normally insulins are given in subcutaneous. Okay, so these are the three types of injections. Okay, but injectable mode is not applicable or not permitted in India for homeopathic medicines. Okay, in Ayurveda I am not knowing detail, but as per my knowledge, okay, also they are not giving any medicine. Okay, they are Ayurvedic medicine. Okay, I'm not telling about allopathic outlets. Okay, any Ayurvedic medicine I think they are not giving by the injections. Okay, as per my knowledge. Okay, I'm not knowing any like what advantages advancements are there. Okay, but whatever is given, okay, that are the allopathic medicine by intramuscular, intravenous, or that may be, or like this subcutaneous. Okay, then there are some medicines which are given per rectal. Okay, per rectal. Okay, means like small babies are there. Okay, they are not taking these medicines. Okay, medicines of fever. Okay, like paracetamol. Okay, so sometimes these are given in the anal region. Okay, that is called as a per rectum. Okay, per rectum. Okay, some small suppositories are there. Okay, you will see or you will learn. Okay, that is found in medical store. You will get easily in medical stores. Okay, pediatrician they normally prescribe. So that is given in the per rectal. Okay, that is through anal route. Okay, there are some there are some medicines or some things which are like for family planning. Okay, they are given per vaginal. Okay, that is called as a some creams and fungicides are given. Okay, that are given per vaginal. Okay, so that is also you will study about these things in fourth year in preventive and social medicine. Okay, about the family planning and all these things when you will study in fourth year. At that time you will know about these. Okay, so medicines are also given in injectable mode, per rectal and per vaginal. Okay, nowadays in Ayurveda and homeopathy also per rectal, per vaginal medicines are also given. Okay, but it is not so much prominent. Okay, even in foreign countries homeopathic medicines are given in injectable mode. Okay, like it is given in the form of injections also. Okay, but it is not so much prominent or not permitted by drug FDA, Food and Drug Administration Authority, or Schedule M1 of Drug and Cosmetic Act in India. But in if you will see the pharmacopoeias or the guidelines of different European countries, okay, you will find some homeopathic medicines are also given in injectable mode. Okay, the next part we will see routes or channels for administration. What are the routes or channels for administration? About this we will study in Organon of Medicine 6th edition in section 284 and 285. Okay, so just here I have kept Organon book. Okay, this Organon of Medicine. Okay, so 284. Okay, section 284 means aphorism number 284. Okay, so aphorism number 284, what it is telling? Besides the tongue, okay, mouth and stomach, which are most commonly affected by the administration of medicine, the nose and the respiratory organs are receptive of the action of the medicine in fluid forms by means of olfaction and inhalation through the mouth. But the whole remaining skin of the body clothed with the epidermis is adapted to the action of the medicinal solution, especially if the inhalation is connected with the simultaneous internal administrations. Okay, means this here already Dr. Henneman has explained the different way of administrations. Okay, what are the different way of administration? By inhalation, by mouth, by tongue, okay, by liquids in the skin. Okay, all these things are there. Okay, for this he has given some footnote also. Okay, some footnote he has given about this. Okay, what is that this footnote? Okay, okay, the power of the medicine acting upon the infant through the milk of a mother. Okay, if you remember, okay, many times when any female is pregnant, okay, at that time doctors take very care, okay, very much care what medicine it should be given to that particular female or what medicine should not be given. Okay, because that particular medicine from that female will go to the child lactating that child, okay, which is feeding, okay, to whom which child that particular mother is feeding. Okay, so that's why it is very much important. Okay, if lactating mother is there, okay, lactating means the female who is feeding her child, okay, that is called as a lactating mother. Okay, so if lactating mother is there, it is very much important and very much care is taken. Okay, if you remember, okay, if you have any idea, okay, when COVID vaccines were prescribed, okay, COVID vaccine was given, it was very much confusion. Okay, COVID vaccine should be given to pregnant lady, COVID vaccine should be given to lactating mother, means we just given birth to a baby. Okay, it was very much confusing. Okay, but when all the vaccines were given to like whose age is more than 45, then who are not lactating and who are not pregnant, then after that they have seen there is no any type of side effect, and already they have done research. Nowadays if you see in the TV, okay, you will find, okay, government is doing the advertisement key. It is also safe for the lactating mother and pregnant females. Okay, so like that. Okay, if anything you are giving, it is very much important to know, like for pediatric patient, like small children, and for lactating mother, okay, and for the pregnant females, it is very much important to know about the medicine. Okay, if medicine is not of good quality, or it is not properly done any type of research, it may affect wrongly to the particular female. Okay, many times if you go through the Google, you will find, okay, some medicines were given to pregnant females, lactating mother, and it has just given a bad effect on the pregnant babies of the pregnant female, and the babies which are feeding. Okay, so like that. So the power of medicine acting upon the infant through the mother of milk of the mother, or wet nurse, that is also called as a wet nurse. Okay, the wet nurse is wonderfully helpful. Every disease in a children held to be a right chosen homeopathic medicines give in a moderate doses to the nursing mother, and so administered is more easily and curably utilized by these new world citizen than in a possible in later year, since most infant usually have impaired to their sora through the milk of the nurse. Okay, milk of the nurse means that nursing mother or the feeding mother. Okay, if they do not alter processes it through the clearly from the mother, they may be at the same time protected uh, antisorically by means of the milk of the nursing redeemed medicinally in their manner. But the case of mother in their first pregnancy by means of a mild antisoric treatment, especially with the sulfur dynamizations prepared according to the directions in the edition, aphorism number 270. Okay, in dispensable in order to destroy the sora. That actually this part you will not understand now. Okay, but when you will study this particular topic 285, okay, aphorism number 284 and 85 in third year in organic of medicine, at that time you will understand, because at that time you have a base of sora, psychosis, syphilis, all the miasm also you will understand. Okay, now you will not understand. Okay, most chronic diseases is given there hereby destroy in body within them. Okay, in fetus, thereby protecting posteriorly in advance. This is a true of pregnant women. Thus related, they have given birth to children usually more healthy and strong to the student of the everybody. Okay, means if lactating mother is given a proper dose and right medicine, okay, the baby may be a strong, and the baby may be strong, and with it will be free from the diseases, genetic diseases. Okay, just this is the told by Dr. Hahnemann. Okay, a new confirmation of the great truth of the Sora theory discovered by me. Okay, here written me means it is written by Dr. Hahnemann. Okay, then next is the, okay, so this is given. Okay, next is the aphorism number 285. Okay, what is written in 285? In this way, the cure of very old disease may be furthered by the physician applying externally, rubbing it in the bark, in the back, arm, extremities. The same medicine is given internally, and which shows itself curatively. In doing so, uh, the must avoid parts subjected to pain or spasm or skin eruptions. Next is from this fact may be explained those marvelous cures, however infrequent, where chronic deformities patient whose skin nevertheless was sound and clean were cured quickly and permanently. After a few baths whose medicinal constituents were homeopathically related, on the other hand, were bath very often and injury with the patient with eruptions on the skins. Okay, means just they are talking about the skin diseases of the body. Okay, means in aphorism number 285. Okay, many other things like skin diseases and other things, how to apply the external applications. Okay, so remember this, don't forget aphorism number 284 and 285 is related with the drug administration. Okay, so remember this part. Okay, because many times questions are asked. Okay, aphorism number 2. Okay, as per Organon, this is not in your syllabus, but as per homeopathic pharmacy, it is in your syllabus. Okay. Next is the subject dealing with the route of channel of administration of drugs and medicine is termed as a pharmaconomy. Okay, again remember this part. Okay, this is pharmaconomy. Okay, what is pharmaconomy? Anybody can tell what is pharmaconomy? Amit?
Yes, sir.
What is pharmaconomy? The subject dealing with the route or channel of administration of drug and medicine is termed as pharmaconomy. Okay. You understood or not? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, because question comes many times directly not by the drug administration. It comes directly with these things. Okay, what is pharmaconomy? Okay. From tomorrow I will tell you all to just open your video. Okay, I think when I am teaching you all are sleeping. Okay, so just switch off your audio but open your video. Okay, from tomorrow. Okay, today if I will tell, I know you are not prepared. Okay, then be okay. The subject dealing with the routine of route or channel of administration of drug and medicine is termed as a pharmaconomy. Okay, so remember this, many times examiner asks what is pharmaconomy and you write answer pharmacology or pharmacy which is related with economy is called as a pharmaconomy. Okay, you just do the division of words pharmaco and economy, pharmaconomy. Okay, and you get 0 marks. Okay, still you do efforts and you get 0 marks. Okay, so please remember what is pharmaconomy. Okay, route of administration. Okay, drug administration process is also called as a pharmaconomy. Okay, many times this question is asked in long question also and to a 4 marks question also. Okay, the following are the various routes and channels through which homeopathic medicines can be introduced in the system for their action after absorption. Okay, these are the routes. Okay, different routes. By oral route, okay, already we know by oral injection through mouth, by olfactory route, inhalation through nose and mouth. Okay, mouth also we do inhalation. Okay, if now you are taking steams, okay, you know, you understand these things. Okay, and if you are not taking steams, still take. Okay, because if you will take steam when you are going to outside like a market or anything. Okay, okay, so then next is the by application to the skin. Okay, by application to the skin. Okay, rubbing or friction. Okay, inoculation or epidermis. Okay, then in epidermis. Okay, then others like eyes, ears. Okay, then still others like by the by pervaginal, perrectal, and by the injection mode. Okay, that is the by muscular. Okay, intramuscular. Okay, intravenous or subcutaneous. Okay, so these are the different routes. Okay, so uh, what are the different routes of administration? Pradeep, Haritha, Pradeep. Hello. Okay, from tomorrow you all have to show your face. Okay, in video. Okay. Next is the by oral routes. What are the oral routes? The homeopathic medicines are usually administered singly and orally. The medicines given orally seems to act effectively and promptly. Okay. So by oral routes already we know we take medicines by mouth. Okay. So we already know about the oral routes. Okay. Next is the homeopathic potentized medicines seems to be required no digestion but are absorbed directly from the mouth. Okay. Homeopathic medicine already we know it doesn't need any type of digestion. Okay. Like other system of medicines. Okay. That may be allopathy, Ayurveda, Unani. Okay. Homeopathic medicines you take by mouth and it will dissolve in your mouth. Okay. But you have to take by the oral route. Okay. Then from the mouth and then act through the cerebrospinal or ganglionic nervous system. Sublingual administration of medicines is sometimes adopted in case of oral tongues, which interferes with the absorption and action of the medicine. For local action, we use gargles, example, Phytolacca gargle in acute tonsillitis. Okay, Phytolacca berry is one homeopathic medicine. Okay, that is very much useful for gargle. Okay, normally we do like mouthwash, gargle. Okay, so like this Phytolacca is a good medicine. Okay, about all these things you will study in Materia Medica. Okay, then first year, second year, third year, fourth year. Okay, you will study in Materia Medica. Okay, clinical application of homeopathic medicines. Okay, so like this. Okay, so this through mouth. Okay, so how we take the medicines through mouth. Okay, all these things are there. Next is the note gargle. Okay, garglism. These are the solutions drug for local action in the mouth or throat. Okay, sometimes you get throat infection, then with lukewarm and salt water you do gargle. Okay, so this process already you know. Anybody of you are not knowing what is gargle? Anybody? Everyone know now what is gargle?
Yes, sir.
Okay, because at the time of corona, okay, when there is throat infections, okay, every time patients were advised to do gargle 2 times. Okay, when early morning when they wake up and when they are going to sleep. Okay, before bedtime. Okay, so gargle and just steam. Okay, steam. Okay, because all these things were helpful. Okay, next is by olfaction. Olfaction means act of smelling. Okay, already we know. Okay, it is method of administration. Okay, normally if you remember, okay, that Vicks Vaporub. Okay, Vicks Vaporub that you use to smell. Okay, keychain already you. Okay, keychain it comes. Okay, and you just smell. Okay, when you feel nose block. Okay, this is one example. There are many things. Okay, for olfaction, olfactory route. Olfaction means act of smelling. It is method of administering medicine to the patient through the nose and mouth by the action of smelling. Hahnemann administered medicines by oral route for many years, but in this last year he favored the olfactory routes. Okay, means at the last time he was when he was olfaction, he was just telling you will get the minimum medicine and that will just help you to avoid aggravation. Okay, in aphorism number 288. Okay, 288 again by one. Okay, what Hahnemann has told. Hahnemann stated that the homeopathic remedies acts most surely and most powerfully when the medicinal error that is always emergent from the medicine is inhaled for a short time. Okay, then in aphorism number 288, he has told about the olfaction of homeopathic medicine. Again, this organon. Okay, organon will not leave you. Okay, if you have really want to practice homeopathy, okay, in good way. Okay, organon is a keynote. Okay, that's why organon is called as a mother of all the subjects in homeopathy. Okay, organon of medicine. Okay, so when organon of medicine class is there, be careful, study seriously. Okay, otherwise you need to study later on when you will be practicing. Okay, you have to know it. Okay, organon is called as a mother of all the subjects. Okay, the aphorism number 288. Okay, again I find it very necessary to allude there is a animal magnet, as it is termed as a rather mesmerism, as it should be called as a defense for mesmer its first founder, which differs so much in nature from all the therapeutic agents. These curative forces often so stupid, denies and dismisses the century act in different ways. Okay, so this is the aphorism number 288, which is related with the again with the olfaction. Okay, remember it. Next is the methods of olfaction. Okay, methods of olfaction is for these globules or a single globules are moistened with the medicines. Okay, and after that it is just olfacted. Okay, by the root of olfaction. Methods and placed dry in a small foil. Okay, the homeopathic physicians allow the patient to hold the open mouth of a file first in one nostril, and this act of inspiration draws the air out of it into the himself. Then if it is wished to give a stronger dose, the patient is asked to inhale the same vapor with the other nostril, more or less strongly according to the strength indeed. Okay, just by one nostril and other nostril. Okay, if you have inhaled that keychain Vicks Vaporub, okay, that okay, so you know how to inhale. Okay, same process is here. Okay, next is the if both the nostrils are stopped up by the coryza or polyps. What is the polypus? Polypus, do you know? Coryza
No,
already.
sir.
Okay, polypus is like sometimes inside nose there is a small outgrowth is there. Okay, small swelling is there. Okay, it is just, you can tell it is just like a pimples. Okay, pimples which is normally happens in our face. Okay, like that inside of the nostril. Okay, then nasal passage there is some swellings are there. Because of that, what happened? Okay, sometimes it is permanent outgrowth, okay, of the muscles or the skins. Okay, so that is sometimes by the surgery, ENT surgeon, ear, nose, throat. Okay, surgeons, they used to do a small surgery. Okay, and sometimes these are like, if it is because of some other type of outgrowth, okay, then they can be taken out also. Okay, sometimes DNS is there. Okay, deviated nasal septum. Okay, because of that we feel difficulty in taking the respiration. Okay, inspiration. Okay, so all these things are there. Okay, so this is called as a nasal polyp. About nasal polyp you will study in third year. Okay, that book is there, ear in surgery, ENT. Okay, ear, nose, throat. Okay, there you will study about nasal polyp. Just now you know it is one type of nasal outgrowth in the inside the nasal passage. Okay, then mouth holding the orifices of the file between the lips. Okay, if means some nasal problem is there. Okay, like whistling. Okay, now how we whistle. Okay, like that we have to just keep the mouth of the file in mouth. Okay, and we have to just inspire it. Okay, so that the smell of the particular medicine can be taken from mouth, and your tongues and all the olfactory parts of the, okay, all the sensitive nerves of your mouth. Okay, they will, okay, just help you to experience the medicine. Okay, next is the patient inhales. If both the nostrils are stopped up by coryza or polyp, the patient should inhale the mouth holding the orifices of the file between the lips. Okay, means by that way you can just smell the medicine. In little children, it may be applied close to their nostrils while they are asleep, with the certainty of producing an effect. The medicinal aura thus inhaled comes in contact with the nerves in the walls of the spacious cavities, and thus produces a stimuli in the influence on the vital forces in the mediast yet most powerful manner. Okay. Then next is the intervals of repeating the olfaction should be same as that of the oral routes. Okay, means when you are taking medicine, that should be depend upon the physician. Okay, how the physician has advised, as per the physician you have to inhale by mouth or by nose. Okay, vital force, you have any idea about vital force? What is vital force? Anybody?
सर वाइटल फोर्स जो हमारी बॉडी के अंदर जैसे कोई मिसाल होती है तो उसकी एक स्पेसिफिक प्रतिरोधक क्षमता होती है मतलब
This I told just
रोग से लड़ने की
हाँ, तो ये मैंने ओके, यू अंडरस्टूड, ओके, लेकिन ये मैंने केवल समझाने के लिए बोला है ना? डोंट से दिस डेफिनेशन इन ऑर्गेनन, ओके, जस्ट आई टोल्ड दिस, ओके, इट इज immortal, okay, invisible, okay, power that just gives us power to fight against disease, okay. About this you will study in I think first year, second year you will study in organon, okay. I will tell the particular definition, okay. In organon, just don't relate it with the immunity, okay, because just I relate it so that you can understand, okay. Means it is not practically but not theoretically, okay. Don't just tell like this, this is the immunity, okay, because many of homeopaths or many of the organon teachers, okay, they will not like this type of example, okay. So just to understand, because at first year level, it is very difficult to understand organon, okay. That's why I just give you a supplementary, okay, so that you can understand the things. Okay, I will give you definition because later on you will study, I know, okay, but I will just give you the definition. Aphorism number 9, okay. Aphorism number 9, okay. In the healthy condition of a man, the spiritual vital force, okay, autocracy, okay, means that is self-creative. Autocracy means that is self-creative, that is self-created, okay, means nobody has created it, okay. Like suppose we get any injury here, okay, if we get any injury here, okay, what will happen? Without medication, without anything, after some time it will automatically heal, okay. So that's why, okay, we are as a living animal, we are like a living person or living social animal, okay, we don't know anything, okay. Like suppose we die, okay, nothing will go out from our body, okay, even nails, hairs, nothing will go from our body, okay, but something will go, okay, and because of that we are corp, okay. So something is inside that is helping us to survive, to repair, okay, all these things, that is called as a vital force, okay. So that cannot exactly, that cannot be explained, okay, but that can be experienced, okay. Something is there, you just imagine a living person and a corpse, okay, means a dead person, same person is living and same person is dead, okay. Now you just differentiate, okay, nothing will change as per matter, as per body, okay, or material, nothing will change, okay. Skin will be there, hair will be there, everything will be there, okay, but something is not there, okay, which will make a living body from a living body to a car, okay, or a dead body, okay. So that is called as a vital force, okay. Something is inside that cannot be explained, okay, not explainable, okay. In general language, in science language, okay, who are like studying the physics, okay, or chemistry, they tell it as a soul, okay, soul, soul of our body, okay. So in the healthy condition of a man, the spiritual vital force, autocracy, the dynamics that animates the material body, okay, means animates the material body, okay, this our body is the material body, okay. Organisms rules with the unbounded sway and retains all the parts of the organism, retains all the parts of organism in admirable, okay, harmonious, okay, means all the parts of bodies are coordinated. If mind is telling hand to go this side, hand is going this side. If mind is telling you your mouth, okay, to eat something, your mouth is eating, okay. So all properly coordinated, everything is properly coordinated, okay. Parts of the organism is admirable, harmonious, okay, harmonious vital operations as regarded both sensations and functions, so that our indwelling, reason gifted mind can freely employ the living, okay, health instrument for the higher purpose of our existence, okay. So this is the definition, okay, of the vital force, okay. But in general, what I told, okay, in general means like vital force is something inside which is helping you to repair, to survive, to live in a harmonious